Central Europe is important to the United States for a number of reasons. First, it is a region that constitutes largely of European democracies with longstanding ethnic ties to the United States and a shared commitment to democratic values. Second, this is a region of increasing significance in geoeconomic terms. It's an increasingly significant geoeconomic space. You look at just the Three Seas region alone, that's 110 million people, $1.7 trillion in GDP. It's an economically vibrant region. Prior to COVID, it was growing at 3%. It was projected to have 3% growth out to 2030 prior to COVID. And I'm sure we'll get back to those figures once we get over this pandemic. Central European states are members or partners of the two most important multilateral institutions in the United States, institutions that are the bedrock of the transatlantic community. That, of course, is NATO and the European Union. And these nations have a voice in these institutions that are of growing influence. And then finally, I'd point out that, of course, many Central European states are NATO allies and partners, and their soldiers have stood shoulder to shoulder with US soldiers around the world in very challenging missions. So those are four reasons why Central Europe is important to the United States. I would say certainly continue, if not expand, our support to the security of these nations and the region. They are the front line of the West stand against destabilizing, if not dangerous revanchism coming from Russia. They are very much part of the front line in the collision between democracy and authoritarianism. We should also deepen our economic ties. And one thing that I hope the Biden administration do is that it will sustain US support to the Three Seas initiative. Recently it's decided to invest in the Three Seas Initiative Investment Fund, $300 million from the United States Development Finance Corporation. We should sustain that commitment, and the United States should work to kind of encourage other West European and other Western democracies to invest in the Three Seas Initiative, because infrastructure, which is the core purpose of the Three Seas, to develop energy, transport, and digital infrastructure that's cross-border, that's very much key to completing the vision of a Europe that's whole, free, secure, and prosperous.